All right, so we talk a lot about what AI can do, right? But today we're going to dig a little deeper and ask a more fundamental question. How does an AI actually make a decision? We're going to take a peek inside the mind of the machine.
Think about it. Every single time you use an AI, whether it's a simple chatbot or something huge like a system running a power grid, this very question is being answered over and over again. There's this whole decision-making process chugging away behind the scenes. And if you really want to get a grip on AI, you've got to understand what that process looks like.
And really, it all comes down to this one core battle. Is it better for an AI to act instantly, like a gut reaction, or should it take a second, pause, and really think through what might happen next? This constant tug of war between instant action and careful thinking is what gives us the three main ways we build AI agents.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the simplest and by far the fastest of the group, the reactive agent. The best way to think about this one, it's basically the AI's reflex.
So how does it work? Well, a reactive agent is running on pure, simple instinct. It has zero memory of the past and absolutely no plan for the future. It just looks at what's happening right now and follows a simple, pre-programmed rule. If this happens, then do that. It's pure stimulus and response, no thinking involved.
So you've got a really clear trade-off here. On the plus side, you get incredible speed. These things are lightning fast and super cheap to run, computationally speaking. But the downside? Well, they're pretty simple-minded. The second a task needs any kind of memory or forward planning, they're completely lost.
A perfect real-world example is a basic stock trading bot. It's not trying to predict the entire future of the global economy, right? Nah. It just has one simple job. Follow one rule. If the stock price hits this specific number, sell. Immediately. That's it. And in something like high-frequency trading, that kind of instant rule-based reaction is exactly what you need. All right, now let's flip the script and go to the complete opposite end of the spectrum. If the reactive agent is all about pure reflex, the deliberative agent is all about thinking ahead. This is the AI that actually stops and thinks before it does anything. And this right here is the absolute key difference. The deliberative agent actually builds and maintains an internal map of its world, what we call a model. It uses this model to play out different scenarios in its head, to simulate the future. It's constantly asking itself, okay, what if I do this, or what if I try that? And then it picks the path, the sequence of actions that it calculates will get the best result. The pros and cons? They're basically a perfect mirror image of the reactive agent. A deliberative AI can tackle some seriously complex, multi-step problems. But all that thinking takes time, and it takes a whole lot of computing power. This agent is a chess master, a strategic planner, definitely not a sprinter. Just think about booking a complicated trip online. It's not one quick decision, is it? It's like a giant puzzle. The AI has to juggle a ton of different variables. Flight times, prices, layovers, maybe even trying to predict if seats will open up. It has to weigh all of that to plan out the single best route for you. That is a classic deliberative job. So let's just pause for a second and put them side by side. You've got the reactive agent over here, which is all about instant action, pure speed. And then you have the deliberative agent, focused on careful, strategic planning, even if it takes longer. This sets up the classic dilemma for anyone designing an AI. What do you want more, speed or smarts? But what if you didn't have to choose? What if you could have both the speed and the smarts? Well, that's exactly the idea behind our third and final type, the hybrid agent. It's designed to give you the best of both worlds. The real genius of the hybrid model is that it's adaptable. You can think of it as having two gears. It's got a fast, reactive gear for all the simple, urgent stuff. But it can also shift up to its slower, more thoughtful, deliberative gear whenever it runs into a complex problem that needs a real plan.
A customer support AI is a fantastic way to see this in action. Let's say you ask it a simple question, something like, hey, what are your business hours? Bam. It reacts instantly with a pre-saved answer. That's its reactive layer. But then you throw it a curveball. My order from 3 weeks ago showed up damaged, and I need you to send a replacement to a totally new address. Whoa.
Now the AI has to switch gears. It kicks into deliberative mode, starts pulling up your order history, checking warehouse inventory, and actually planning out all the steps to solve your problem. Okay, so that's all three of them. Let's wrap this up by putting everything together in one final comparison, just to see how they all stack up against each other. So this table really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? You can see that super clear trade-off. Reactive, it gives you tons of speed, but can't handle complex stuff. Deliberative, it can handle all the complexity you throw at it, but you pay for it with slower speed. And then there's the hybrid model, which is kind of the great compromise. It tries to have the situational awareness to know when it's time to be fast and when it's time to be smart. And this all leaves us with a really important question for the future. I mean, as these AI agents become our co-pilots in, well, everything, from driving our cars to managing our health, which thinking style is going to matter most? Are we going to want that instant reflex or the careful long-term planning? Or maybe that balanced, adaptable approach of a hybrid? The answer to that is probably going to define the next wave of technology. Thanks for tuning in.